Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step how to make a delicious and creamy Lebanese hummus using a food processor. Lebanese hummus is a little bit different as it is a little bit more on the Lebanese side. This is how people from northern Lebanon tend to make it, but each village has its own spin on the recipe. This is how my mum taught me to make it and I'm sharing it with you. To keep it traditional, you should always start off with using dried chickpeas, also known as garbanzo beans. The first step is to check the chickpeas for any foreign matter or any blackened peas and remove them. I also do this for lentils and other beans, as you'll be surprised at how many times I find and pick out rocks or twigs. Next, I place chickpeas in a bowl and cover it with approximately 1.5 litres of water. I also add in 1 tablespoon of bicarb soda, baking soda, which I didn't record. This step is all about rehydrating the chickpeas. Now I cover it with a plate or a lid if there's one available and set it aside to allow them to soak overnight. You can speed along this process if you're in a hurry by soaking the chickpeas in hot boiling water for an hour or so. You'll know when it's done as the chickpeas size will double or triple in size. It is now the next day and I've rinsed the chickpeas off and replaced the water. Now I'm putting the chickpeas in a saucepan on a high heat. I've just added 1 tablespoon of bicarb baking soda and I'm going to give them a quick stir through. I'll put the lid on and allow it to boil for about 60 minutes. By doing this, it gives you the best flavour and the smoothest texture to your hummus. Checking it every so often as the foam will rise. I use a ladle to skim off the foam as well as some of the chickpea skins along with it. If you're pressed for time or really have to, then use 2 cans of chickpeas instead. I believe it won't deliver the same quality or taste profile, but I would still advise you to drain off the liquid and boil the chickpeas in water and bicarb soda. You'll know when the chickpeas are ready as they will become soft and tender. Here I'm using the fork to test them. You can see that they're easily mashed against the side of the saucepan. It is now time to turn off the heat and strain off the liquid. I'm also going to set some aside if I need it while I'm blending my hummus. At this stage, you can rinse off the chickpeas in cold water in a bowl and the chickpea skins will float to the top. This is called aquafaba, which can be used as an egg replacement in vegan recipes. I usually make my hummus with the chickpea skins included. Who has the time and effort to thoroughly pick off each of the skins? Next, the chickpeas are put in a food processor while they're still warm, which I believe really helps them to break down and smooth out quickly. I've added 1/2 tablespoon of salt, which I didn't record. This is a really important part of the recipe. You want to be able to get the smoothest texture before adding anything else. Otherwise, if you add everything in at the same time, there'll still be chunks of chickpeas in the mix. If you're using the canned variety, then add in a little bit of water to get it smoothed out. Now look at the texture of the chickpeas at this stage. Can you see how soft and silky smoothly it is? Next, I'm adding in about 3 cloves of garlic, not too much as you don't want it to overpower the flavour. Normally I would add all the remaining ingredients, but I'm breaking it down for this video recipe. Now I'm adding a cup of tahini paste. This will slowly start to thicken up the mixture. Now I'm adding in the juice of 1 lemon and allowing it to mix thoroughly. Please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the new videos I have coming out. I will usually taste and make adjustments so it gets to the right flavour. I realised it needs a little bit more lemon and I'm giving it one final mix. Once you've tried homemade hummus, you're really not going to like the store-bought stuff anymore. Fresh is so much better. Look at how smooth, lovely and creamy the hummus looks. Now if you feel that it's not creamy enough, you can always add in about 1 tablespoon or 2 of olive oil, which some people like to do. It is time to serve it up. Usually it's done on a flat plate. It is best to plate it while it's still warm as it will start to thicken off as it cools down. Using a spoon, I've made a small indent in the middle and I'm decorating with some pine nuts which I've roasted and some chopped up flat leaf parsley and topping it with a generous amount of a good quality extra virgin olive oil. I just can't wait to taste it. Scooping up some with some pita bread and dipping it in the olive oil. Yum! You can also use cumin or paprika as a garnish. Some people also add sumac. Hummus really keeps well in the fridge for about a week if it lasts that long in your house. I like to make hummus in big batches and snap lock them and put them in a freezer, and then when I know that I've got guests coming over, I'll just pull it out the night before and allow it to defrost in the fridge. Traditionally, this is a side sauce for kafta. If you're interested in that recipe, it's on screen now or linked in the description box below. If you have any questions or suggestions, I'm happy to hear it in the comments section. I hope you have a go at making this recipe, and I'd love to hear how you go with it. Please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the new videos I have coming out. There's also the recipe for toum sauce, which is another Lebanese sauce that is so tasty and worth a try. It's on screen and linked in the description box below. Happy cooking and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.